time for him to sneak away.
Yeah, the Weaver has aesthetics cap, so...
Oh, meanwhile, are they just dive in base? They do, they dive base, they kill the rat, and down goes...
And he's dead for 16, he's dead with no TP for 16.
He's got no TP. Oh, uh-oh. I mean, at least...
on too much.
At least it's only...
Blink.
Thank you for the follow. Blink Abyssal, you said? Oh.
On the troll, like, instead of was alone, which he was at the start. But you saw that how much damage that the axe was doing to the Ursa, and the Ursa couldn't really man-fight it.
that troll is taking a whole bunch of damage.
It's kind of just... kind of fine. I don't think you want to tank that much, though, Filipino.
Oh, careful, that static side does a lot of sideline by MGC, but the rest of his team is right behind him. Glipnir, once again, Ghost is being the biggest pain he possibly can. BKB comes out onto the troll, and they decide to just... The troll last game. We were speaking about that player, Connor. He tended to pick this hero in Grief My Games as well, so maybe those two have a little secret garbage hero club that I don't know. Him before he can get the call off, but he still does get a successful call. One goes down. Can they deal with this primal beast as well? That's 2 and 3. You know, that axe has just sort of been...
The Wyvern doesn't get any part of the XP, but it's...
Oh my lord, that is a whole bunch of damage coming out onto that Snapfire, and she's in a whole lot of trouble. Alexa, try and jump a line over here. They need to be careful.
Probably an unnecessary BKB pop, but I mean, I think it was already at 6 seconds anyway, so...
They've griefed themselves.
He is pretty low, so it's not that big of a deal, but... Yeah,
beautiful stun.
Okay, I think.
Storm Spirit zips in, lands directly in the middle of 3 heroes, and Ghost may have baited the enemy. The 5-minute delay on, so while the game's gone straight back up, you'll still have 5 minutes to talk sweet Dota to me, Ilstaya. You know, I've been casting the lower division one, but I just noticed that at the top. Yeah. So that's a 2-0 series for Austrian Painterson?
Yeah.
Caught in a whole lot of trouble, needs to run here because the rat is coming and the rat will hit him with the Glipnir. Out comes the BKB, but the Sand King is here. Abyssals him on the way past. Huge ult comes out from that rat.
I think it was a good pick up this game.
Maybe he was feeling the lack of damage from the Clinks. Thought he needed to pick some up.
Well, you definitely would be feeling that, and you have to commit a lot to kill it or whatever. It feels fine because it's a core. But when it's a support and you have to commit so much to killing it, it feels bad because then all of a sudden their core dies from like, or gets super low from like 2 hits from the troll, and the troll dies anyway because he's 1 HP when he comes out of the Wyvern ult.
Good to see.
And it's an important
I mean, Radiant's electing to stay, right? And if they stay, they are in a whole lot of trouble. The root comes out to keep that Storm Spirit in place, but good god, there is some damage coming out, and that Storm Spirit just vanishes. Oh, mind you.
Yeah, it's had a lot of pain.
And he's coming up on 6.
So...
lane, because they've both already got 1. If they're both accelerating at the same rate, which hero becomes scarier faster? Is it Storm Spirit? He hits his 6 and is able to just go take some kills. We love to see a bit of back and forth. Alright. Gauntlets is
Nice
just 7
XP
minutes.
for the Sven to be getting mid. Lifestealer has had to retreat to the jungle because he's level 4 and the Mars is level 6. Lane. Johnny Sin's just absolutely crushing
Oh.
the Lifestealer
Mars
in lane.
porting in here. Has his phase, but not his blink, so we can't.
That they didn't have an Orchid fire. But this game they do, so it's going to be much scarier. And something to notice as well is they have. I think that the Wyvern really makes this game more even as it goes later against the Troll. Otherwise, the Troll kind of does just man-fight the Ursa and win most of the time.
So it looks like Honcho's electing to go. The Wyvern is pretty significant, but I don't really see it anywhere else. Hold up, Sven taking a whole bunch of damage mid lane. Was that just a blink catch?
I'm not sure, but that was a failed cull, so he just didn't prioritize getting a sentry out. I think that was literally it.
Here's a question: how is this troll caught up to this primal after the lane he had? Catches him out. Storm Spirit zips in, catches the Dark Seer.
Got BKB, but no
towards the
TP
Mars.
for 3 seconds.
Mars could die here if he's not careful. They did RFA, running away, Rod, but the Rage comes out just in time so that he can chase and catch that Clockwork. Weaver, you might be getting bashed here if you're not careful, mate. They drop the wall.
And it's a nice follow-up with the Slaughter. It always feels good to have, you know, a pair of stunners linking in together.
Looks like there's a smoke mid.
They
They're
want
looking
to
for.
go.
Is he going to be able to get out of this situation? That's the question.
He
Looks
does
like
have
Reverie is on
best
top
up
of
in 1
him.
second. Yeah, he
Gets
should be
inside
okay.
the Golem.
He'll
Golem is
have,
rooted. Him. All of a sudden he's silenced. He force-stops himself over the edge, but the Sven just
Nice
throws the
spike.
stun. Out comes the big old shackle, and he drops a skeleton on death. In comes Storm, doing what he can to deal with that Hoodwink as fast as he can. Weaver will have brought.
I don't know if that wall was worthwhile casting, but whatever. Ari is relatively poor, all things considered.
You need to be very careful here because Sven is waiting for you as well, and you might get the call off, but that Weaver does have a big juicy ult. He gets in range to drop the urn, and the urn is going to be enough to deal with the rat. Drop. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Bob's cast. Sorry to keep you waiting on that one, but here we are. I've got Ilstaya once again coming along to his Zeus, his OD, these sort of things. So I see that Huskar ban. I think these guys probably either watched the stream or done their research. Troll and Wyvern damage, and how it might be lacking in some places, it is not lacking on that huge Fishers Club. They are looking for more too.
Is just scary.
I mean, we're
seeing it
trying to snipe a hero once again. Force staffs forward onto MGC, but
what I
MGC
mean.
is very thick and just pops his greaves. The dust come out, and all of a sudden Reverie is in a whole lot of trouble. The fish is on top of him with a life there. Crit wave
looks
is.
like they're gonna take Tormentor, which always feels good when you steal the enemies.
While they wait for their creep wave to do glorious bad. Hero.
Maybe there's just someone in the series that really likes to play Zeus.
Maybe there's a specialist. Yeah.
SF ban. I think SF has been just from playing versus him in pubs a little bit. I know PPX and Reverie pretty well, but I don't really know. This feels awful.
Nice. We're starting to see some items come out on everyone here. What have we got? Reverie. Excitement, but I always fear Brewmaster when it is just in the hands of a masterclass player, because I mean I think I once saw 33 playing for Team Liquid. It was about 6 months ago. He's not caught by that Hoodwink. Nice.
Yeah, Slaughter definitely would benefit from having a shard this game. Ghost as well.
Yeah, they did just trade the mid for the +5. Primal Beast going forward. He spots the axe, and I wonder if he elects to just keep vision on that axe so that he can't initiate onto this team. They might be just be trading.
That kill on the Sven was good. You kind of, if you're playing Clinks, I feel like the way you have to play it, especially now, again, as I said, Hero sucks, but
Dust
You
on the
wanna be
Weaver, he's
threatening
gonna
a
try
high
and
ground.
run, but the bumping into is the issue with Mars removing the trees of Hoodwink. So there was a bit of counter synergy there. But in this case, Mars is on the enemy team. Tick resistance, so he might be in a whole bunch of trouble here. Rat'll take that kill. Cheeky little side shot. But the Wyvern's here, and now Johnny's in a whole lot of trouble. That good start that he had is about to just slip right out. Trouble with that troll on top of him pumping gold, but they managed to burst both the troll and the Sand King, and it looks like probably the axe here as well, and that's likely going to be the game. We'll see. Huge Sven ult comes out there.
Oh, someone's career goes down.
Kiwi's courier.
But good of an orc. Not even so much the Orchid, but it's the Atos. He doesn't want to be popping BKB just for an Atos. So it makes sense.
It's an absolute distraction. It applies huge damage in the team fights. Like, is it better to just let something like the Spirit Breaker slip through and play into that?
Strong, but she's not OP, so people are happy to let it through.
Yeah, I actually played with this in a game earlier today. We lost the game, but she looked like she was doing so much damage in such a short. Whiffs the stun, and now Ghost putting a little bit of pain onto it. Hey, one thing that I just wanted to say really quickly is you never really think about how much damage this.
And that will always be a big benefit to a draft that has a dedicated aura builder. Hey, referee, stop picking clinks. It sucks.
Stop picking clicks on my team, says Ilstaya. We should see this Roche go down before the enemy team really can get in position, right? Not unless they mass port.
Yeah, I don't think...
Clinks does have as fast as he can, and if they're not careful, they'll lose the stack here as well. Snapfire doing everything she can to put the pain onto the bear, but the bear is stunned, and down he goes! Beautiful play from Huncho. This Sven's like it on the sideline. Okay,
which I think is still better than
a skeleton
appearing when you die.
Even
even Miranda's is better than fucking Clinks's. So
that's actually pretty garbage.
I just... It's mostly the much damage from the Primal, and some from the Wyvern, but...
Nice smoke, here we go. They did scan the Wyvern. Give him vision.
Okay.
Yep. So, hang on, wait. Start mid?
Yeah, so good versus Clinks. We'll see if... I'm assuming that'll be PPX playing it. We'll see if he can have as much impact as Ghost did. And they pick up the Sven.
Oh, God, this dinosaur is scary. He's pretty stacked himself. Blade Mail already up.
I think that's just the death of Huncho feeling overconfident that he can stand there in the sandstorm and be... Yeah, his BKB was a cooldown anyway. But... Yeah, I'm not sure. I think that was the Hex reveal.
Onto the Storm Spirit. Now the Storm Spirit's caught in a whole bunch of trouble. Huge! Vacuum Wall comes out, and they are going to probably deal with at least one of these heroes. They're going to run down Johnny first. A couple more punches and he goes down. There is an Eternal Shroud up now too on the Sand King, but I don't see a whole lot of magical damage. I guess the magical damage coming out from...
Because I mean, sometimes you don't want to be just like the Aura bitch. Just sort of be like some walking, you know, old school Wraith Pact essentially. Just goes down.
A golden thread.
You know, I'm surprised to see that. Surprised to see your life still going down there.
I think it's some hindsight.
Okay. I think maybe the tempo of the enemy team just put him down. I saw potential there, but I think they just needed more time. But anyway, Slaughter Gang did really one core, but don't often see it picked up on as a position 3. So
yes, the Pentas
Making mistakes.
I think the other one's better, and I'm pretty sure.
Owen comes out on top of Ghost, and now Ari's there just punching. Looks like the Bug is just trying to waste his time so they can secure the kill onto the Squirrel. But the rest of Radiant is spawning very soon. Bad team fight where you don't catch this Clinks, and you're losing a Rax, so...
Yeah, I honestly think he should be...
Clockwork
not
needs
right
to be
now,
careful.
but...
Stun comes out, Lifestealer bursts out of him, Silence as well, and he... Is that Wyvern mid? Wyvern 3?
Yeah, Wyvern mid. I mean, hero is strong, really good versus troll.
Hang on. Yeah.
No, I think Reverie just likes the hero and he wants it to work. But I think it's just such a bad hero. Darkseer
Had a pretty substantial lead there, and it just sort of drops away. What goes wrong? What happened at 25 minutes, Ilstaya, that just started the swing back in the opposite direction?
and
Careful, Snap, you're out of position and there's a big cranky dinosaur behind you. He's just going to take a little stroll while he slams his hands, and that Snap is absolutely gone. And this is exactly what I was talking, like you step near the wave and you get hit with a static slide, and it just, God, it feels so bad. It already felt pretty bad as a melee into Storm, but now it feels just a or I don't know, like blinks on top of the rat and deals with it. Oh, Shivers. Ghost goes down over by... But hey, while we're in the pause, may as well get through this. So, we have two teams lining up here on Team Radiant, the Austrian Painters. We have... Let me yell in his ears. Ilstaya, do you want to say hi?
Hello.
Okay, awesome. You guys let me know whether or not I need to bring Ilstaya up or down. But let's get this game rolling. So that Mars just pins him to the wall, and he is taking way more damage than he was just a moment ago. Lifestealer ports in, huge stun comes out from the fish, and all of a sudden that Clicks is in a lot of trouble as well. He cannot turn him.
Driving force for Radiant Swim.
Alright, so, once again, we see the Tiny, the Rubik band out, and the Primal Beast. They look, obviously they...
A tiny bit of an advantage, and it just becomes such a nuisance. So I think you ban it. To me, Ghost was the MVP of game 1.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. But that's not to say, I can see he's got a wand, and then what, he's got 2 Mithril Hammers queued up because he's thinking, maybe Deso?
Going for a Deso, but I don't know if that's the right play against a Sven. Yeah, I mean, strength hero, and then also with all the auras and buffs, it's just so hard for this Storm to get any kills at this stage.
Vacuum back, Storm still has one tiny zip. Nope, that is one more kill for that Lifestealer. That's a triple kill for those keeping track at home. Now the Bug needs to be careful as well, though I don't think either of these two cores...
It's like MGC...
Should make it up? Does make it up.
Johnny is looking for...
Oh, big call onto the Ursa, and killed pretty quickly, but Sada thinking about going in here. He does have a whole bunch of damage, the Sven, pops his ult to punch some cogs. Filipino Fish doing his best to just get out of there as fast as he can. Huge!
with the first wave.
This lane should get easier for him once he has, oh, hang on, look out. Going top. Maybe they've just figured it out. Maybe that's the turning point of this game. They're trying to find this Sand King. But the supports bring dust. He's in the air. Sven decides to pop his ult and do his huge 15 damage going unchecked to this game. He keeps just landing in these fights in fantastic positions. For every good play Ghost is making, Johnny's doing everything he can to keep the game rolling in his game. A good vac wall with the Storm Spirit and the Clinks, and he's putting out a lot of damage. Hoodwink and Sven are both incredibly strong. I think I'm Team Austrian Painters here. Ilstaya? And I'm dedicating all of that to like trying to get on top of this bug, like dedicating everything I have to catching the bug. Yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't quite feel right. I shouldn't be having to.
But I think that overcommittal has now given the advantage to Radiant.
I think so too. These are two heroes you don't want to accelerate.
Dragon.
Looks like they're contesting. No.
PPX does know all these players on Dire, so you lifesteal so much and you deal so much damage, and they do such little damage to you. It's great
that the Spirit Breaker is picked, but the new passive XP gain on that hero is just so nice. Like, it just has such an impact on games when your POS 5 isn't 4 levels behind the rest of the team. Because a little bit here, the rest of Radiant is coming and he needs to be careful. The Axe and Sand King are waiting on the sidelines, and Axe could get a phenomenal call once again. No, not this time. The sun comes out.
Prepare yourselves.
A little bit.
Okay, well, the fact that you're struggling to pick means that we're probably in for a really good game. So let's get this game rolling. We've got Ari on Ursa, MGC on Primal Beast.
That would have been impressive if he sniped in there. The annoying factor of the Weaver. Quick.
Now that isn't careful. This Mars trying to get in there. He still might catch someone with the ult here, depending on how he throws it. Yep, Spear comes out onto the fish. The fish is pinned against the wall. In comes the damage from the very little round. Meanwhile, the Ghost is here, the true carry of the team, and he is applying huge amounts of damage to that Troll. Troll stays to get a little bit of farm, and all of Dire is
straight. Gleipnir. Gleipnir helps you farm, helps you do a bit more damage. I don't think anyone on Radiant cares that much about being orchided.
And a Storm Spirit on top of him. Storm does have his ult and could zip. Beautiful hook shot to keep him in place, but they just turn immediately on top of him and put him down. Sven pops his ult to get a little bit more HP, but it's not enough against all the damage out. But I don't think it'll matter too much. George, that's a big scary bear, and for the first time he's just getting some damage and applying it to you. RFA is going to do his best to run away.
With him, obviously, when he's alive.
Who's he using that on though? I guess Ursa?
Yeah, probably Ursa or the Wyvern. The Wyvern can definitely die.
Because you lose vision, but because you lose vision and immediately tilt, and then remain tilted for the rest of the game. And it doesn't just happen to you once, Ilstaya, it will happen to you 40 times in a game. And God, it is a bit of mana. That hasted lifestealer is a bit hungry for him. Vision here is going to catch the team. They know they're coming. They've got.
Finally finishes his Greaves because everyone's been sitting mid fighting. They've not been farming, and I think Ari has. He is now second highest now. You do so much damage with counter helix with that.
Oh, blinks in.
I know. It was.
Yeah. I think so.
MGC can also pull Storm out of zip with vacuum, which
there's that huge rod reveal once again. Oh, hang on, big call here.
He gets a call, but I think
bug. Meanwhile, back at the front of the fight, it looks like the dinosaur is running as fast as he can from the troll. The slow comes out from Slaughter Gang onto the wyvern, but the wyvern is free pathing currently because of that Arctic burn, and she to commit so much to catch the bug. Same with the hoodwink. That's why I hate the hoodwink so much. Is you just have to commit so much to put it down.
Yeah, I mean
yeah.
the Weaver when it's a core.
He does not have a BKB to save himself, and they kill his courier. Meanwhile, bottom, exactly what we said was going to happen, is happening.
And
Or do they try the blink stun?
I don't know why both teams banned the Zeus. Is this some tech?
Scouts the Weaver, maybe? I don't know. I'm just throwing something out there.
+1, but he's not in a position where he's going to be able to do that anytime soon.
When does he start doing damage? That's the question.
Yeah, that's a question I also have.
It's like, I'm not trying to flame. Like,
Good of Huncho and...
oh, looks like the fish is porting in. I don't think he expected to see all of those heroes there when he ports in, but hey, they find the clockwork and the clockwork goes down. Meanwhile, Reverie doing what he can.
Gross. And of course he also has 24 armor harvested.
They find Dire, but I think Dire's clued onto this. No one's defending any lanes.
Do that. It was such a big risk.
3,700 HP on that fish when life still is inside him, by the way.
And again, you have to factor in a pipe.
Reverie. Down goes the first game of this series.